I was walking by the canal when the phone rang. It was my previous manager calling to tell me I had got the job. I had just moved to Dubai and I was unemployed for 4 months when I got this call. So you can imagine how excited I was. I immediately called up my husband and shared this good news with him. Much to my surprise, he was actually upset because I had never told him that I was even interviewing for this company. We had to leave our conversation midway because he was entering into a paddle game. At first I was very upset, I was anxious. Why was he upset? Why is this happening to me? Why is he not happy for me? But I continued my walk. When I came home, I immediately FaceTimed my parents and shared this good news and celebrated with them. We were all ecstatic. By the time my husband came home, I had moved on. This was one of the most important lessons I learned in my 20s. Being angry only hurts and upsets you. If someone's angry, upset, yelling, or in a bad mood, that's not your burden to carry, it's theirs. Don't let it ruin your moment. Next time someone's anger upsets you, tell yourself, ABC got angry at me, but that's their burden to carry, not mine. Hello, I'm Simran Valecha, a wellness entrepreneur with a full-time strategy role. I moved to Dubai last year after marrying my boyfriend of 9 years. And today I'm sharing the important lessons I learned in my 20s that I wish I had learned earlier. Before I share the second lesson, make sure you like this video so the YouTube algorithm gods can show this to the people who really need to hear it. Lesson number 2 is being insecure of your body is only a waste of time. I spent a huge part of my 20s not wearing shorts because I didn't like how my thighs looked. Today, they are the same size, but I wear shorts openly and freely. It's been such a liberating journey. Back in my early 20s, when I was in the US studying, I was seeing these skinny American girls wearing hot shorts and having picture-perfect skinny legs. And I would always compare myself to them and feel bad. Eventually, I gave up. And I started acknowledging all that my body does for me on a daily basis. How I'm able to move, what all I can do in my day-to-day activities, all because of the day-to-day functions that are going on inside my body that no one acknowledges or talks about. Literally one day I woke up and I said, I'm gonna change the narrative. Instead of saying I hate my body, I don't like how it looks, I'm gonna say I love my body for everything that it does for me. It's been so freeing and liberating to be able to not spend so much time being insecure about your body. This leads me to my third lesson. Your looks and appearances aren't everything. I spent a lot of time learning new makeup hacks and skills of how to dress for your body type, what clothes to wear to make yourself look skinny. And while it helps looking presentable, you don't need to go the extra mile all the time to make your body look skinny. The kind of person you are, the kind of skills you have, the kind of conversations you hold, the kind of gestures you show to someone else, that's what determines the kind of person you are. Lesson number 4, therapy is for everyone. I've been following therapists on Instagram and YouTube for a long time now and have actually been implementing the strategies they share. But it was a game changer when I went for my first therapy session. It changed how I perceived things in the world, how I interacted with people, how I changed my communication style, and how I stopped letting external factors affect my internal emotions. Whether you feel you need therapy or you don't, everyone should at least go for one therapy session to see and feel the difference in themselves, how they think and how they can express themselves better. It's drastically changed how I view myself, how I value my relationships, and how I enhance my relationships with others as well. Not just my personal relationships, but also my relationship with colleagues. Lesson number 5, nothing is black and white in your adult life. Everything is dependent on the choices you make. I took the GMAT 2 times because I was planning to go for my MBA, and then eventually I decided not to go for my MBA. Now I'm here in Dubai and I'm seeing all these MBA grads earning 60 to 75,000 dirham a month after doing their MBA, but I don't regret it. I'm happy with where I am, I'm happy with the job I'm doing, I have flexibility, I have balance of life, and I always view things in the positive, which also changed because I took therapy. The point is, you have to make your own decisions and you have to be happy with the decisions you make, because that's exactly how your life is going to turn out to be. Lesson number 6 is do your best and what's meant to be will be. I know we say this cheesy line about all our relationships, especially when we break up, but it's so true about our life as well. For the longest time, my nanny used to say this to me every time I would talk to her, and she still does. But now I finally understand it. You do your best and God will do the rest. I was looking for a job when I moved to Dubai for 4 months. I gave multiple interviews, but only this one clicked. Why? Because it was meant to be for me. Lesson number 7. Not everyone is a well-wisher. So make sure you don't share all your information, everything about your life, all your achievements, all your challenges with one person. Your closest friends could have the best interest for you, but of course there's always some sort of envy that may crop up in and share some negative vibes in the universe for you. Lesson number 8. It was a big learning for me when I got married, but my in-laws can never be my parents and my parents can never be replaced. So stop trying to expect your in-laws to behave like your parents with you. You'll build a new relationship with them and you'll have your own equation which is equally beautiful to the one that you have with your own parents. Lesson number 9. If you can't distance yourself from people who gossip, who are not inclined in their personal growth, who are not looking to change their mindset, at least don't let it hamper your own personal growth. Back in the day, I had a lot of friends who were constantly complaining that they are not achieving this, they are not achieving that. There are all these external factors stopping them from doing that. And I had almost internalized the same narrative. Until one day, my boyfriend back in the day and now my husband told me that if you want something, just go get it, stop complaining. And I woke up the next morning, made a plan of what I wanted to achieve and how I was going to achieve it, and I got it done. It's just as simple as that. If you want to grow, make a plan, write down the action steps and go achieve it. Don't let anyone dull your shine because they are not able to achieve their goals. The last lesson for this video is that pushing yourself out of your comfort zone leads to exponential growth. I was extremely worried about moving to Dubai, but when I got here, I started messaging random people on Instagram saying, hey, I'm new here, I'd love to grab coffee. I messaged people in LinkedIn saying, hey, we work in the same area and similar field. Would you like to grab coffee with me? And today, I've made some of my closest friends through that approach. I have people from different countries of the world who are my friends, and I get to learn so much about their culture, how they behave back home. What are some things that Indians say specifically, like our head nod, right? I had no idea we do this and no one had ever shared it with me. But it's always so interesting to have a conversation with people from different cultures, different backgrounds, and it almost makes you introspect into your own habits and thought processes. You don't always have to move countries to push yourself out of your comfort zone. You can literally do this from being in the same city that you've grown up with. All you have to do is take the first step. If this video resonated with you, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more.